Welcome to this Rankin Podcast reaction show where we will recap our list of our favorite pies and continue our discussion on pumpkin or pecan. I think we are in agreement that we just hate each other's number ones. It's just, I don't know if we can find common ground there.
I mean, I guess we both know now what to bring to a party if the other person's there. Like, I'm bringing pumpkin pie.
In the hopes that nobody else wants it, so you can eat the rest.
Because you're not going to eat it.
No, yeah, no, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to be like, thanks, Dick. You know I don't like this. And
like
yeah,
with those monthly pie parties we have. But to be honest, I'm bringing peanut butter pie.
Oh, because who doesn't like peanut butter pie? Who's going to be like, oh, I wish this peanut butter hadn't been turned into a more creamy version of itself and put in this delicious pie crust? I don't think anybody.
Frozen cold, but still creamy.
Right, yeah.
Because now one thing about pumpkin pie that I don't know if you feel the same way about pecan pie is I don't want pumpkin pie year round. I want to look forward to having pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving.
See, I'm not. I think pecan pie is similar to apple pie in that you can have it after pretty much any meal.
And not that I wouldn't like pumpkin pie in February, but it's just
feels wrong.
In September, I want to be like, ooh, I'm going to get some pumpkin pie in 2 months.
Right, in exactly 6 weeks.
But see, so I was going to tell. Go ahead.
But doesn't that make it not your favorite that you don't want it that often?
It's my favorite because I don't want it because I want.
You want to enjoy it that one time. Like I enjoy having sex with my wife. I don't want to have it just once. Now, that's all it happens, but I would like to have it all the time. I like steak. I don't want to have steak just once a year.
Well, that just tells me that you don't enjoy sex with your wife as much as I enjoy pumpkin pie.
No. She doesn't enjoy it as much as you enjoy pumpkin pie.
You better hope that her mom doesn't listen to this podcast.
Well, I gave her mom big props. She makes a bomb-ass apple pie. She does. Her mom's apple pie is outstanding.
Everything else she makes, garbage.
Everything else she makes, I just got the big eyes. Like, please stop talking about my mom's cooking.
That's why people edge, Gare Bear, because they want to. I'm essentially edging for pumpkin pie all year.
Apparently, but when it's blast off time, oh boy, when you get that pumpkin pie, it's people are Googling like, what is edging?
What is it? Oh God,
what are they talking about?
Why would you do
that for pumpkin pie?
Oh, it's not just whipped cream.
Oh. You're a monster. You're a monster.
Anyway, I was going to talk about some of the Thanksgiving stories that I have.
Hit me with.
So the last 2 years, pumpkin pie has fallen on my brother Neil's plate to make, and I'm going to sound very judgmental here about what other people are making me to eat. When I go to the gas station the day before Thanksgiving to bring 6 2-liters of pop. So I'm being very judgmental for me spending $15 in 5 minutes to supply my part of Thanksgiving.
I've got the tough part. I've got to go down there and decide between Sunkist and Orange Crush.
It was very good.
So it was good.
You don't get Orange Crush. You can't drink your hangover cure. Neil's pie was very good this year.
So you hope he listens to the reaction show, because before you were dogging him in the regular show.
This year's it was very good. Last year's I don't remember it being bad, but he last year when he did it, he ran out of cinnamon, and so he called my mom and was like, "Hey, do you have cinnamon? Because I need some more for these pies." She's like, "Yeah, come down and get it." So he goes down, gets a brand new thing of cinnamon, takes it back down to the house, calls mom like 15 minutes later and was like, I need more cinnamon. She's like, why the fuck do you need more cinnamon?
I just gave you
it's like one teaspoon per pie. Apparently, he had read the directions wrong and was just dumping cinnamon into these pies and had to fix them somehow. I don't remember how he fixed them, but I don't remember them. I don't remember doing the cinnamon challenge during Thanksgiving. So, we'll call it 5 years ago. Mom was making pumpkin pies, and she forgot to put. Let me see what it was. She either forgot to put sugar in them or forgot to put sweetened condensed milk in and just put condensed milk in. It was something like that, and they tasted terrible. And so every Thanksgiving it gets brought up. It's like, do you remember to put the sugar in? I'm not making them anymore. Neil's making them. Did he remember to put the sugar in?
Well, if that's going to be your pie family, Super Bowl, it better be good. It better be not screwed up.
That Super Bowl was the Falcons Patriots, because I was super hyped, was in the lead, and then blew a 3-1 lead as soon as I got to the pumpkin pie, or blew a 34-17, 28-3. That's what that Thanksgiving was. But nobody said anything to Mom because they didn't want to make her feel bad because her pie was trash. And then somebody, I think one of the kids might have had it, or Mom had it herself, and she was like, there's something wrong with this pie. And then everybody was like, yes, there is something wrong with that pie. And then our stepdad was like, I think this is the best pie I've ever had. Like, oh, well, his taste buds are gone.
Right, that's how you know it's terrible, Mom. One year at producer Ashley's Thanksgiving or Christmas, there was some sort of raspberry cream pie, and her great aunt said to me, have you tried any of that raspberry cream pie? And I said, no, I'll get a piece. And so I ate it. Well, when her great aunt left, I said, did anybody have some of Jean's pie? And they were like, no. And I said, it was terrible. And I was like, it was awful. And her grandma goes, I made that pie.
Oh.
And then her grandma started laughing and said, it was terrible. And I was like, because I went completely white, face just like, oh God, no, I just told an old lady her pie sucked. And she's like, it was terrible. So now every year I walk in the door and she's like, hey, Garrett, try those mashed potatoes. He'll tell me if they're awful. I wouldn't have told you it was awful if I knew you were the one who made it. But her great, she's like, why did she tell you that she made it? I'm like, I don't know. But when she left, I was like, that lady should never cook that pie again. I hope that she drives into oncoming traffic on the way home because of that pie. And then her grandma was like, I made that pie. Oh, God, no. But it turned out to be okay, thankfully.
Has she made it again?
She is not. She has not ever made that pie again. Nope.
You should have her try and make it again just to see if it's still as bad as you remember it.
See if it sucked as
or
bad
as it have her make one. Have her make one. Bring it on the podcast. We'll do a live reaction.
Just see how many insults we can hurl at this 82-year-old woman because her pie is awful.
Do you have anybody in your family that doesn't cook as good, following the same recipe as a deceased relative?
Yeah, so my grandma used to make really good mashed potatoes. She made really great mashed potatoes, and she would
I've had them.
She would make
I'm aware.
Oh, that's true.
Those are very good.
Yeah, she would make hamburger gravy usually. And that was grandma's specialty, and now that she has passed away, my aunt makes it, and everyone you're nice about it, but does it taste as good as when grandma did it? No, it is not.
Right, it's not bad.
Right,
it's not grandma's.
Right, when you've eaten it for when you were used to it for 30 years, and then
what are you doing?
She doesn't put the same amount of onion powder or whatever. It's.
I'm using the exact same thing that was written on this index card 50 years ago. Right. Oh well. Grandma's shaky hands adds a little bit more onion powder to that mix than than that 1/2 cup that it asks for.
She was really overfilling that bad boy.
Right.
No, you're right.
Same thing with deviled eggs.
Yeah.
When my grandma's sister, Aunt Clara, she passed away when I was like 10 or 12. Her deviled eggs used to be the best part of Thanksgiving. Deviled eggs and pumpkin pie, neck and neck. And then when she died, my sister started making the deviled eggs. And I brought this up to her on Thanksgiving, too, because apparently I'm just a monster who brings up how bad people's stuff tastes on Thanksgiving.
Who's just willing to criticize anybody on Thanksgiving. Just like, who cooked this turkey, Helen Keller? No, Don, thank you.
We're not going to talk about Mom's turkey that fell apart.
We could if you wanted to.
I just did. It fell apart. So I didn't get it.
That's the story. It fell apart.
Right. Mom was very upset about it. And I go, where's the drumsticks? There are no drumsticks. It's in that. Okay.
Not going to have a follow-up question to that one.
But my sister's deviled eggs are very good. She did like a jalapeno mustard, I think, or like a spicier mustard to go on half of them this year. And it's very good. But the only thing she's missing that I can tell is there was no paprika on the top.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's the devil part of the deviled eggs.
I don't.
Is the red spiky hair on the top?
I don't. Producer Ashley just took a drink of water and she's holding it back, trying to not spit it out after. Spiky red hair on top.
That was my thought process as a kid, and so that's what I still go with now.
Like, Don, deviled eggs aren't dirt pudding. Like, it's not.
You don't need gummy worms.
Who the fuck put gummy worms in these deviled eggs?
They're dirt pudding deviled eggs.
Like, what the fuck
is that? So I'm sure that next Thanksgiving I will have a
right. Like, you better you're fucking Emerald Lagasse for next year's Thanksgiving. You want to criticize everybody else, asshole? Stephanie's getting the pop, and you've got to make the turkey and the deviled eggs.
Well, to be clear, Stephanie also made the stuffing, which only 2 people in our family like stuffing.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, which was dry as fuck. Jesus,
no, it wasn't good. She had it, and she was like, that's not good. And I was like, I wasn't going to say anything, but you're right. But they also criticized my pop from TJ's. It's like, that tastes weird. It's like, well, I didn't get it from the fridge. I got it for the thing sitting outside, so who knows how long it's been sitting outside the freezer at TJ's.
Yeah, that's true. This expired in 2017. Well, that's probably why it was 25 cents a bottle.
There's like 3 months left on the expiration, which I think when they make pop, it's got like a 2-year shelf life.
Right,
so.
it's forever. So yeah, it's old ass pop. So now that now that you know you don't want to have dinner with Don,
put my family on blast. I put my family on blast, and I'm sure I'll have to do more than get champagne and orange juice for Christmas.
That should be a fun little afternoon there for you. That's outrageous.
I'm waiting for the Thursday that this releases and the text messages that I get about it.
Let me know how that goes for you. Don is on Twitter at
Donnie_G.
And you can find me on Twitter at Garrett Seawright. The podcast is at Rankum Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Give us a 5-star review, like, subscribe, however you can help us out. I certainly would appreciate it. We certainly would appreciate it. And we will catch you next time right here on the Rankum Podcast.